At midnight, I opened my eyes and someone was staring at me through the window. When I was younger, I had great parents, but I had a strange habit. On weekends, they would let me sleep in the living room because my sister was extremely sensitive to noise and even the slightest sound would wake her up. So I would stay up alone watching TV until very late at night, sometimes until dawn. And most of the time, I would fall asleep on the couch without even realizing it. But one night, I suddenly woke up not because of a sound, but because of a strange feeling, like something wasn't right. I sat up quickly and looked around. Everything was quiet. Then I looked toward the window. We lived in a semi-rural area in the United States, surrounded by trees, and in the moonlight, the shadows were clear. And that's when I saw him. A person standing among the trees on one of the branches as if he was balancing in an unnatural way, just a silhouette but clearly visible. I froze in place, and at that exact moment, our dog ran toward the window and started barking and growling hysterically. That's when I realized I wasn't imagining things. I immediately ran to my parents' room and nervously told them there was someone outside. My dad didn't hesitate. He grabbed a flashlight and went out quickly while I stayed in my mom's arms trembling. After a few minutes, he came back and said he didn't see anyone and told me to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So I went to my room and told my sister what happened. She was scared but tried to act strong while my dad stayed awake, checking the house from time to time. I lay down and finally felt like I might fall asleep, but I was wrong. I looked toward the window and he was there. The same person, but closer this time. He was staring directly at me, then slowly raised his finger and put it over his mouth, a clear gesture telling me to stay quiet. Then he turned and ran off into the trees. That night, I couldn't stop crying, and the next day, I couldn't forget what happened. My mom noticed immediately and kept asking if I was okay, and my sister watched me silently as if she felt something was wrong. When I told them the details, the room went silent. My mom tried to explain it as imagination or shadows, but her voice wasn't convincing. My sister seemed even more scared, especially when I told her he was looking straight at me. As for my dad, he didn't say much. But that night, he checked every window and door himself more than once. 2 nights passed quietly, and I started to think it was over. But on the 3rd night, he came back. I was in my room, my sister sleeping next to me, and my mom in the next room. The house was extremely quiet. Then I heard a soft sound on the glass. I slowly opened my eyes, and I heard the tapping again. I lifted my head and looked toward the window, and I froze. He was standing there, right behind the glass, very close. This time I could see his eyes, wide open in a strange way, fixed on me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out, and he started tapping slowly on the glass. At that moment, my sister woke up. She looked at me, then at the window, and the second she saw him, she screamed and started crying. My mom rushed in, but stopped when she saw us staring at the window. She turned, but in that exact moment, he disappeared. I ran to the window and opened it. Nothing. No sound, no movement. My dad came in seconds later and we told him everything. This time, he didn't doubt it. He went outside immediately to check. We stayed together, me, my mom, and my sister. Fear obvious in all of us. After a few minutes, he called us. We went outside and he pointed to the ground. Footprints, clear under the moonlight, starting from the trees and ending right at our window. But there were no footprints leading away. My mom held us tightly, my sister was crying, and my dad stayed silent for a moment before saying that we would all stay awake that night. We went back inside and sat together in the living room. The lights were dim and the silence was heavy. Hours passed. Nothing happened until we heard a sound, but this time, it wasn't coming from outside. It was from inside the house. Footsteps, slow, in the hallway, getting closer. My mom looked at the door and held my sister's hand. My dad stood up immediately. The footsteps stopped right in front of the door. Then the door started opening slowly, without a sound. The darkness behind it was thick, but it wasn't empty. Someone was there, inside the house. And before we could react, my dad shouted, "Who's there?" And in that exact moment, everything disappeared. The door was closed again. The sound was gone, but we all knew the truth. He wasn't just watching us from outside. He was trying to get in, and he did.